I'm honored to welcome and introduce Shri Shankaranand ji, a native of Devangiri, Karnataka. He is a dedicated and accomplished leader with a remarkable journey in social service and education. A graduate in electrical and electronics engineering, he has been a Sangh Pracharak since 1988, serving in key roles such as Vibha Pracharak, Prant Bauddhik Pramukh and Prant Pracharak of Karnataka Uttar. His leadership extended to a national level as the Joint Organizing Secretary of Bharatiy Shiksha Mandal from 2018 to 23, before assuming his current role as a National Organizing Secretary, where his visionary approach continues to inspire and uplift. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Shri Shankaranand ji.
Pranam Bhai Sahab, we welcome you with open heart, and who can be a better person than you to talk about yoga and volunteerism? Over to you, whole stage is yours.
Pranams to everybody here. I am audible?
Yes, you are visible and audible both.
Yes. Thank you very much. And this unique program, we are discussing about yoga and volunteerism. Volunteerism, when it connects a human being to the higher unit, then it will become yoga. Yoga Sutra of Patanjali, primarily known as a text on meditation and art of achieving psychological stillness, that is known as Chitta Vritti Nirodha, making Chitta free from all positive and negative thoughts. This concept is profound and structured foundation for volunteerism. To take forward volunteerism, Chitta Vritti Nirodha is very much necessary. In Bharatiya context, volunteerism is seva. Seva means giving back to the society. Any good deed becomes seva if and only if it is selfless. With the self motive, no deed can become seva. In Bharatiya context, doing good for others is not a policy, as it is in anywhere else in the world. Doing good for others is an attitude in Bharat. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, selfless service without expectation is known as Karma Yoga. Happiness index of an individual will shoot up like anything by practicing Karma Yoga. So seva, a volunteerism, is not physical exercise in Bharat. It is a spiritual practice also. So the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. This is the proper interpretation of volunteerism. Losing yourself means losing our attachment to ego. That is a karma yoga in real sense. Thinking beyond our own needs cultivates empathy in our life. and art of giving create the feelings of purpose and joy in anybody's life. Living a life with meaning and purpose is particularly valuable for our mental health. This giving back is volunteerism in real sense. This is the science behind volunteerism. The study finds that people who have a purpose in life are experiencing better sleep at night. But lots of previous research has confirmed that having a purpose outside yourself is a good not only for your mental health, it is also good for the physical health, longevity, and even for genes. In the Western context, volunteerism is often defined as giving one's time or labor for a social cause. And for the social cause, if anybody do some good deed, it is called as volunteerism. But through the lens of Maharshi Patanjali, volunteerism undergoes a transformation from a mere extracurricular activity into an active tool for mental purification, ego transcendence, and collective social harmony. The framework of Yoga Sutras explain the inner mechanics of a true worker that we call as sadhaka, that is the volunteer. A volunteer is a sadhaka in Bharatiya context. This can be explained to become a true sadhaka, a true volunteer, through three core concepts according to Maharshi Patanjali in Yoga Sutra. In the second chapter named Sadhana Pada, in the first sutra, he narrates that tapas svadhyaya ishvara pranidhanani kriya yoga. Kriya yoga, the yoga of action. In the beginning of second chapter, Sadhana Pada, he introduces Kriya Yoga. It contains three concepts: Tapa, Swadhyaya, and Ishvara Pranidhana. This triad forms the perfect life cycle of a sadhaka. That is an organic process. The first one is tapas. Tapas means self-discipline, austerity. True volunteering demands all-out efforts, even against personal discomfort or adverse situations. Tapas is the burning desire to serve the society, to serve the mankind, to serve others, which purifies inner inertia. We can revamp, we can eradicate tamas, that is inertia, through tapas. The second core concept is swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means self-study and self-reflection. A volunteer must constantly engage in self-reflection. Why I am doing volunteering? Is it for fame? Is it for status? Or I am contributing genuinely to the society? I am contributing genuinely to the mankind, to the nation. This is the first meaning, the first interpretation of Swadhyaya. Simple interpretation. The second simple interpretation of Swadhyaya is it also implies continuously upgrading one's knowledge to serve the society more effectively. Without Swadhyaya, we cannot serve the society effectively. So, to be for volunteerism, this upgrading ourselves, our knowledge is very much necessary. The third core concept is Ishvara Pranidhana. This is very, very, very important. Surrendering our fruits of our karma, that is task, the deed we do. This is the crown jewel of volunteerism. It means dedicating the work to a higher cause, maybe the divine, maybe the nation, or the collective good that we call as samashti. This Ishvara Pranidhana is the pilgrimage, is a sacred journey from Vesti to Samashti. We have to connect with not only with living beings, not only human beings, with all living beings. We have to connect ourselves. Not only living beings, with non-living entity also we have to connect ourselves. This is the pilgrimage exactly. This is Ishvara Pranidhana. This another interpretation we can do is completely letting go of personal expectation or ownership over the goals. This is Sattvika mindset. And to think about volunteerism in the next level, the code of conduct of volunteerism is practicing Yama Niyamas. Yama is social, related to social discipline. Vivekananda ji used to say this volunteerism in a beautiful sense. Be good and do good. Being good is the first and foremost condition for doing good. This is Yama, is the social ethics. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, and Aparigraha. Non-violence, truthfulness, non-stealing, right use of energy, non-possessiveness. I mean non-greed. Inner discipline. Niyama means inner discipline. Shaucha, Santosha, Tapaswadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. This Yama Niyama is the code conduct of volunteerism. The ultimate outcome is dissolving the doer. The biggest hurdle in volunteerism, both in spirituality and social work, is asmita, egoism, sense of I amness. You are no longer just transforming the society. The act of selfless service is transforming you. We are not transforming the society. The act of selfless service is transforming you. By this vision, the volunteer stops seeing himself as the ultimate doer and instead becomes a humble instrument for a larger noble cause. In this way, we do volunteerism, then definitely it will become yoga in real sense. Then the volunteer become a yogi and sadhaka in real sense. Thank you very much.
My God, myself, let me tell you, it is one of the best speech I ever heard about volunteerism. And the best part of this talk is it was coming from your heart because you are living what you are saying. It's no theory. You have lived your life, but at the same time, I must tell you, you are not only a karma yogi, you are a gyan yogi also at the same time. So beautifully, you scripturally rooted whatever you mentioned about seva as volunteerism and giving back to the society selflessly, acting for the higher purpose. How you mentioned it from it is not an extracurricular, but it's self-purifying. You connected and you said that the three basic principles of it is tap, swadhyaya, and ishvara pranidhana. Tap reduces the tamas in us, and swadhyaya, regular uplifting, upgrading ourselves for service, self-reflection. Ishvara pranadhana, you mentioned as a crown jewel, dedicating yourself, your deed to the samasti, and let go the ownership of it. Yamas and niyamas. Yamas says do good, Niyama says be good, as Swami Vivekananda said, dissolve the asmita. So you actually summarized whole Patanjali Yoga Sutra also in living volunteerism. Thank you very much. Would love to listen this talk once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.